Oh, we're live. Hello. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing amazing. Because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer, and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it is not that bad. That I can't believe I've been saying this sentence for more than a year and a half now. Hopefully, the two people watching the streams, they did not get enough of it. Okay, I don't really have much to say. This is gonna be a short one. I wanna just really quick get a reference, draw, and peace out. So body, reference, poses, drawing, bada beam, bada boom. This one's very fun. This one's cool. Okay, let's grab that. I keep forgetting to share the link. So I'm gonna grab this here. Just a second. Then I'll share the link. Can I make it larger? I guess it's proportional, the size. Can I unlink them? Is it possible? No. Size. Weird. Scale. Oh, okay. So it's scale? Huh. Why am I not able to change the size? You know what, that's fine. I'm not gonna spend time on that. I'm just gonna grab this, put it here. That way I have that space. Botrix have not been joining the chat. That's fine too. I'm not going. Whoa! What the hell is happening? This is cool. I like this. Can I like this? Oh, okay. I can't. Well, I can. Hey Chad, apparently there's some Arabic proverb idiom about a bouncing cat. Some peeps in the Discord were talking about it. Bouncing cat. Bouncing? What does that mean? I don't know. I'm not aware of it, I think. Son of a gun. Okay, hopefully that's not a canvas. Yay! Okay. It was placed in the beginning. جبنا فريسة القط جالنا ينط. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe it's like they say it in some other Arabic country, because you know we each have like our own culture and our own, you know, sayings and stuff like that. But that's an interesting one. Basically, it translates to I think what they mean is, hopefully I'm understanding this correctly. We brought the Farisa. What's Farisa in English? The prey of the cat, or we tried to bring the prey of the cat, but the prey of the cat came jumping, or something like this. I'm not sure in what context that would be used, to be frank. Egyptian? Yeah, I guess. That's a funny one though. No, beans, remember? Beans, we're beaning things up. So let's follow a line of action first of all. This is interesting. Like, I can kind of see the rib cage. Can we not? Is this part of the rib cage? This is a weird shape, and honestly the magma is not helping me because there's a slight, like, milliseconds delay, and this brush I don't really like, but I'm still gonna use what I have. I have to reach out as well for the Ctrl+Z, so I'm getting lazy to tap Ctrl+Z. In Discord, they DM'd you a thing I was able to research with Gemini, by the way. Did you see it? No, I didn't. I'll take a look at it after I'm done with this. This is going to be a quick one, like I said, so I'm not spending too much time on it. I think one of the reasons why I'm not spending too much time on these streams right now is because deep down I feel like something is missing. Not missing, but because I explained the other stream, I'm like in a place right now where I'm not sure what I want to do. So now this is like I'm in a place of uncertainty. So my brain is telling me, don't commit, don't commit. But it's okay. Well, I know I'll go through this. This is weird. I've been managing to stick with my rapid fire drawings, I guess, though. If I didn't have those, I'm not sure what I would draw, if anything. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember what I've seen, like the stuff that I've seen you do. So I've seen portraits, I've seen heads, I've seen faces, I've seen bodies. Have I seen you doing like an animal? Oh yeah, I've seen you doing animals. 100%. I've seen, and these animals are beautiful. Buildings? I can't remember. Maybe not. I don't remember buildings or architecture or anything geometric, not organic. Anything not organic. Dude, what the hell? Okay, I think so. I've made the same mistake I made the other day, which is make the upper body big, small, lower body small. Animals were kind of hold on. I've done a few animals. Animals are kind of fun. I wonder if I might get into that again though. I guess I might be going more outside my comfort zone, and my comfort zone is more cozy for now. Totally. I don't think I've really done any buildings in a while. Yeah, animals are cool. Animals are, I don't know, I think once you get anatomy right, I think a lot of joints and a lot of muscles kind of like, we share the same type of stuff. Obviously not all animals, at least mammals, right? I think it'll become easier to draw the mammals. I was thinking about it today, actually. I was thinking about like the trajectory I want to take when it comes to learning what I want to draw. And I've thought, okay, like I have faces kind of down right now, right? Like I know how to draw a face. Maybe I wouldn't get it good the first time, but I can fix it. I would get it good the second time, or I can use the liquify tool, which is godsend, right? And I would eventually get it right? So I'm not really scared of not getting a face right. Now I want to move on to bodies. And then after bodies, because once you got those two, you can draw a full human in any pose, right? Let's say. And then once you get to be able to draw a body, then you're able to, whoa, this frick. Did I make it too large? Then after the body, I would learn how to do clothes and folds and stuff like that, because I don't want to be drawing naked people all the time. And then after that, once I have like, or maybe they can be in parallel, drawing bodies and drawing folds and clothes. I don't know, that might depend on the course or what I did, right? On the course that I picked, or what I ultimately do. Damn, these butt cheeks are, I tortured them. But yeah, after the folds and the clothes and everything, I would keep the like backgrounds like as the last thing. I want to do backgrounds like at the end, because I'm thinking of like making like backgrounds like kind of like graphic and geometric anyways, which I already have some knowledge in that, so I'm not too worried about backgrounds. Not the booty torture? Oh my god. I knew that, dude, as I was saying it, I knew it would be taken out of context. Man, I'd be saying stuff. It might help with the proportions, I guess, to wrap the whole body. To wrap? And just a few shapes. Yeah, I see. So, okay, yeah, I see. So it's kind of like from here to here. Whoops. Like something like this. Maybe? Is that what you mean? And then something like this. I don't know. Something like this. Something like this. Have the general shape. Honestly, that's not bad. So have the general shape, like have an egg shape. Maybe it's not what you mean, but I've seen this somewhere to like map out the relationships and whatever. And then maybe divide, like this is like the lower half. This could be cool. And this is like the upper half, and then keep going. That's cool. Yeah, with my faces, I feel like maybe I'm starting to think more 3D with them. Nice. And you can break that big shape into smaller shapes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this already feels a little bit fixed. Maybe like her butt is very stuck to her foot here, so maybe I need to raise it or to move this leg here. right? I'm losing some three-dimensionality here. Yeah, it's this here. Okay, I think we got the three-dimensionality back. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. I love when buns have like a square shape. This is very cool. And I'm talking about the hair buns. I'm not talking about, you know, the lower buns. The ink boogers on my pen are getting a little out of hand. Oh no. You might see them in my sketchbook. Oh, really? Dude, just freaking clean them. Is some of her other leg showing here? I'm not sure. I think not. Even though I feel like her arm this arm is resting on her other leg. I mean, it makes sense, right? That her other arm is resting on the other leg, but it's okay. Also, I feel booba here is very high, so let's cut some of that. Oh, whoops. There you go. I got lazy and decided not to wipe. So now I wipe the pen tip. It's been building up. Hey, honestly, I mean, I don't really have this problem, but I see what you mean. Yeah, to be honest, this is not the first time I've heard the lower buns described as square, but it is the first time I've heard the upper bun described as square. I described it, at least for me, right? I think the way they are, and I'm talking about the lower buns now, I think if they are kind of like pointy, like the way this, hey, look at this! This is your stuff, Derpy. What the hell? I don't know, let me try to do a leg. Like, I'm not really, you know, very, studious, is that the word? With anatomy yet, but like square buns to me is kind of like more stylized, more interesting. I don't know if this is like a good way to do this, but look at this. Nah, this is definitely not it, bro. Okay, we'll turn it into a man. These are man buns now. Okay, how do we make them thicker? Let me actually try to do that for a second. I don't want to do like 2 circles, because 2 circles is not the way to go. Or maybe it is. Random derpy or jump scare. I heard men's have more square buns. Yeah, but I'm not talking square. Maybe I'm not. I'm talking like angular. You know. These are you too, right? I think so. Oh, these are no. These are mine. I think. Yeah. These are mine. Or is it yours? Yeah. These are mine. These are mine. I remember this one. Do I just grab a butt from Pinterest and try to, you know, follow that? I'm trying to do like a 2/3 pose. I don't know. Yeah, maybe something like this. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, there it is. So, can I flip it? I wanna draw it in. Oh, there it is. All right, sweet. So now, okay, here we go. You see, okay, this is kind of like this now, and so I guess it is a circle. No. It's weird. It looks weird. The red is yours. I remember the big mouth one. Really? I remembered it by this. Trying to find what you're looking for without typing the search terms. I mean, what? What am I gonna type? But no, this is not working. Maybe if I learn the proper anatomy, maybe my stuff would turn better. But I'm gonna try one last time and then let it go. Right, so now, okay, what's the next step? Right, this is the thigh. Like, what's the next step? Do I draw this cheek first and then do the other one, or can I wipe this? Okay. So maybe it would be something like this. Right, and then maybe we can cut a line here, and this is where this shape comes from. Right, and then we have this, but this part looks weird because there's like this right here. So I don't know if we join these. If I join these together like this, look how it would look. It's very weird. Well, what am I gonna type? I was gonna suggest an answer, but I see it says there's 2 viewers now, and I'm self-conscious. No. It's, for me, it says 1, I think. So you're good. See, this looks weird. Like, this just looks weird. Like, maybe this first thigh is fine. Not even. Ah, this is frustrating. Oh. Oh. This is what we resort to. Honestly? Wait a minute. Wait, like, let's be real though. Let's be real. Does this look bad? Okay, it does look bad. It looks like, you know, one of those like girls that have like butt lifts, or what are they called? Where they put plastic in their asses. Butt cheeks? Yeah, that would have worked. You should take a peek at the Gemini search thing I sent, by the way. Yeah. Let me do that. Okay, now I'm messing around with this too much. Let me get this back. What the hell happened here? Okay, good night. Okay. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Let's look at the Discord. Honestly, thank you for reminding me. I was going to end it. Oh, no. Let's not show DMs. For no particular reason. It's just that, you know, DMs are DMs, you know. Oh, okay. So this is good. It was cropped perfectly, so. I thought I'd try learning a little bit about neuroscience. And is this, wait, hold on. Is this, do you want me to show this? I should, okay, I mean, I already did, but I should ask you first. Side of drawing it, and the result of the detailed feature were kind of surprisingly interesting. I wonder if the flash and trace idea might actually help. I found it harder to do with closed eyes though. Kind of neat that it mentioned blind contours too, because I've experimented with that too. Neat how it mentioned. No, it's fine. Okay. Mentioned like neat how it mentioned some of the famous idea too, and it does kind of explore it from the perspective of brain chemicals too. So I thought you might find that interesting. Cool. Hold on. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be, but I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Wait, this is a, what is this? I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be like a one of the apps. Do I have to read this? You know what we can do? The cognitive neurodynamic of rapid-fire drawing. Ooh. A comprehensive analysis of visual working memory, semantic encoding, and predictive processing. These are like big words for me. Okay, I guess we're gonna, we'll draw the abstract, and then maybe what we can do is I can put this in my app, in the app that I made for, I can link it to the active chat, which has a thing where you can see the table of contents. No, I think it's good. I think it's in the end, right? Table. Oh no, never mind. These are. No, this is not the table of content. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll read the abstract here. So the practice of rapid-fire drawing, the act of observing a visual stimulus for a brief duration and subsequently reconstructing it from memory before the neural trace decays, represent a complex, high-load cognitive task that interrogates the fundamental limits of human visual processing. Okay, this report provides an exhaustive analysis. So, okay. Of the neurobiological and cognitive mechanisms underpinning. Did you read all of this? Because honestly, GG. Underpinning this practice, we dissect the architecture of visual working memory. VWM, really? This is I feel like this is a term that you can use like in computer science to explain the phenomenon of fading. Exploring the distinct roles of the solstice, and the and the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, and maintaining transient representations. We examine this semantic advantage utilizing dual coding theory. What? And the concept of chunking. This is what? Chunking? Chunking is something that is like part of, you know, computer science too. Now I'm sure of that. I mean, at least it's used in that context. To elucidate why meaningful stimuli exhibit superior retention compared to abstract forms. Furthermore, we investigate the phenomenology. I didn't even know that that's a word, of fun. Oh, through the lenses of transient hypofrontality and the you know what this sounds like? This sounds like the kid that tries to sound smart, so he uses all these big words and they don't know what they mean. I'm not talking about you, Derpy, by the way. I'm talking about the AI itself. And probably it does know what it's talking about, but these words are very complex. Hypofrontality. What? And the dopaminergic reward prediction error, RPE systems. Positing that the flow state experienced during rapid drawing is a result of the downregulation of the prefrontal inner critic, yeah, combined with high frequency reward signaling. Finally, we analyze the role of recognition in satisfaction, applying recognition in satisfaction. Applying the predictive processing framework and Friston's free energy principle to demonstrate that the aesthetic pleasure of drawing is derived from the successful minimization of prediction error. The synthesis offers a rigorous theoretical foundation of optimizing artist training and enhancing cognitive retention through drawing. Wow. Okay. Personally, I feel like there can be kind of a beauty to jargon even if I don't really understand it. Yeah, I mean, to me, maybe if I don't really understand it, I have really no use of it. Hopefully, like, does it use the same jargon in the chapters, or is the rest of the chapters understandable? Okay, never mind. The visuospatial sketchpad, cache and scribe. The neural substraces of maintenance. I'm having to read the word twice. Temporal decay and the refresh rate. Hey Manny, you're here, man. How are you faring today, Derpy? The first thing my brain goes to is like, how are you farting today, Derpy? Okay. Maintenance rehearsal strategies. This might be cool. To reduce memory fade, one must engage maintenance rehearsal mechanisms effective for visual. Did this help you in any way, Derpy? Like, if it helped you, maybe you would understand these words. So. Oculomotor rehearsal. I have never. Okay. What? Oculomotor rehearsal in visuospatial working memory. so confusing. Research indicates that looking at nothing is a functional strategy. Wow. Okay. When recalling spatial layout, eyes often spontaneously move to the locations where the objects were. This is not an error, this is a rehearsal strategy. The oculomotor system controlling eye movement is tightly integrated with spatial working memory. By moving the eyes along the contours of the remembered object, even with eyes closed. This is literally what I was thinking. Like with my eyes closed, when I'm in bed, for example, looking at blank paper, the artist engages the motor planning systems to reinforce the spatial memory trace. This enacted memory lasts longer than static visual memory because it relies on motor codes, which are more robust to decay. This is honestly very interesting. I don't think it's a big deal to try to understand it all exactly. I just read it and understood it as well as I could kind of the first time. I like this part. I understand this part. So this is pretty cool. Gaze stabilization and expert encoding. Okay, maybe I'll look at this on my own free time. This is interesting. But right now I feel like I'm at a point, and this is where we might be like different right now. I feel like you're at a point where you're trying to study more the science of it. My brain right now is telling me pick stylus on, you know, tablet move, tablet draw good, you know, on some monkey type shit, you know. That's how I'm approaching it, and that I'm letting that monkey behavior, by the way, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh card, I'm letting that monkey behavior you know, lead me to getting better, hopefully. Look at this. This is Stardust Dragon. This is the ace card of the main character of the 3rd generation of Yu-Gi-Oh. This is a super cool card. This is a super rare, by the way. It's super cool. Maybe if I have money, if I actually have... Oh, dude! Imagine if I have money to spend on Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I would get booster packs and I would open them on stream. That would be freaking awesome. Mostly I thought it was neat, not necessarily useful yet, but I feel like I might end up looking in some things like that more. Yeah, that's understandable. I like it. I like it. Look at Stardust Dragon. That's cool. I think my drawings is a bit monkey behavior too. The sciencey stuff is kind of more of a curiosity. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Can I take this, like, can I have this as a PDF? Can I do that? Huh. I guess not. I was thinking maybe if this was a PDF, I would put it in my app. What, Gemini? No. AI Studio. This is PDF to audio. Have I shown you this before, guys? I don't think I have. I can export it to Google Docs, then you can export it. That's fine. If you have exported it, do send it. If you haven't, that's totally fine. So maybe, for example, I would pick Practical Jokers, Read Your Mind. Yeah. This is cool. So you put the PDF and it scans the book and it identifies the chapters. And then once it does that, it gives you the option to select one of the chapters, right? And then select one of the voices, the narrators. One thing I noticed about the male narrators, honestly, I'm gonna be real.
Hello, you can choose me to read your book.
They are a bit fruity. They are zesty. Both of them, actually. This one's kind of zesty too.
Hello, you can choose me to read your book. This is a sample of my voice.
I mean, this is less fruity, I guess. I mean, this sounds less fruity. This is definitely less fruity than this one. But this one is like, damn! And then you go and generate. This is, like, for this book, for example, it generates about like a 35 minutes. This one chapter is about 35 minutes. It's a 35 minutes read. Fruity? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna end it here. Oh, whoa. Dude, Pinterest sometimes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. I feel good about this, you know. We're getting there, we're getting somewhere. Hopefully with more guidance when it comes, like maybe picking up like a course or something, it will be good. I think you can download the PDF from this. Okay. This is Google Docs. Google Docs can turn into a PDF. Totally. There we go. And then cancel. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, this the document that you provided is divided into chapters too. So I guess it would kind of understand. All right, hopefully it does. Let's test it. It's funny how we're running AI generated content into an AI app. Okay, do we get the fruity guy? Let's get the fruity guy. Error, extracted text is too short or empty. Really? That's interesting. What? What do you mean? Okay, let's try the second one. Okay, it worked for the second one. It's weird. Why did it not work for the first one? What's the difference between the second and the first? There's an error. Try another chapter. What? Could not look. Oh, it could not locate the start of chapter 1. Really? It's very clear. Like it says chapter 1. In browser Babel transformer, be sure to pre-compile your script. This is some GS stuff. That's weird. Hopefully it's more AI organized rather than generated, because the information should still be from like 130 website research. Yeah, I mean, you use deep search or deep research, so that's cool. Okay, let's listen. So this is the second chapter, and we're getting the fruity guy to talk all this jargon.
This is not an anecdotal quirk, but a fundamental property of human memory organization known as the semantic effect in visual working memory. 1. The semantic benefit and long-term memory, LTM. Classic models of VWM viewed it as a distinct buffer, separate from long-term memory, LTM. However, modern evidence suggests that VWM is porous. It constantly draws on LTM to support current processing. 19. This LTM activation supports the fragile VWM trace. The brain doesn't need to expend precious VWM energy remembering that eyes are above the nose. That information is offloaded to LTM. For instance, left eyebrow is arched. In contrast, abstract, meaningless shapes lack this LTM scaffold. The brain must hold every pixel and curve in active VWM, leading to rapid capacity overload and faster fade. Meaningful stimuli have multiple entry points in the brain. A drawing of a telephone activates 1. Visual cortex, the shape. 2. Temporal lobe, the semantic concept of
This is about 3 minutes, by the way. This is why I'm listening to it.
communication. 3.
It's short.
Motor cortex, the affordance, how one holds it. If the visual trace fades, the semantic or motor trace can be used to reconstruct the visual image. 2. Semantic chunking, the compression of visual data. The most powerful mechanism for extending VWM capacity is chunking.
Chunking.
1. The limit. The raw capacity of VWM is often cited as roughly 3 to 4 distinct objects. 23. However, the definition of an object is flexible. 2. The mechanism. Chunking is the process of binding individual features into a single conceptual unit. A novice looking at a hand sees 5 fingers, a palm, knuckles, and wrist, 8+ items, exceeding capacity. An expert sees a hand in a gripping pose, 1 chunk. A gesture of defiance, the artist compresses the visual data.
Wait, what? We both kind of said chunking it out loud at the same time. Really? Wait, what is he talking about? I kind of don't agree with this. Do you agree with this, Turpy? With the example of the hand?
4 distinct objects. 23. However, the definition of an object is flexible. 2. The mechanism. Chunking is the process of binding individual features into a single conceptual unit. A novice looking at a hand sees 5 fingers, a palm, knuckles, and wrist, 8+ items, exceeding capacity. An expert sees a hand in a gripping pose, 1 chunk.
What? No, I don't agree. Do you agree? I mean, the chunking, like the example is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Like the expert would see a hand. No, they would not see a hand. They would actually, maybe they would be able to see the big shape. They would see. Is it what's meant by like drawing in 3D terms might help chunk things more? Yeah, but I'm kind of like stuck on the expert part. The expert seeing a hand. I don't think the expert would see a hand. I think the expert would see the big shape and would go deeper into the details, would be able to go deeper in the details in their head, maybe. I don't know.
A gesture of defiance, knuckles, and wrist, 8+ items, exceeding capacity. An expert sees a hand in a gripping pose, 1 chunk. A gesture of defiance, the artist compresses the visual data into a single semantic file. This compression allows the image to be held in VWM for much longer and with greater stability. 15. The stickiness of meaningful things is essentially the efficiency of this compression algorithm.
I agree with that.
Dual coding theory and the drawing effect.
I agree with that.
Research by Fernandez, Wammis, and Mead has established the drawing effect, the finding that drawing information leads to vastly superior retention compared to writing or passive viewing. 21. This is explained by...
This is interesting. Drawing something. Very cool. Actually, very cool. This could be like an interesting approach. You know, imagine if someone is actually able to draw, right? And to draw anything. Like we're talking, I mean, maybe we're not talking Kim Jong-il level. But if they're decent at drawing, and they have a test, and they have to memorize everything for the test, right? Instead of like trying to memorize the words, maybe they would look at a sentence and they would translate, or a paragraph, and they would translate it into a scene, a drawn scene. And that would stick, I think it would stick much better than just like trying to repeat the sentence over and over, or any other way of learning, of memorizing, right? So I think that's pretty cool.
Fact. Research by Fernandez, Wammis, and Mead has established the drawing effect, the finding that drawing information leads to vast...
Because there's like this method of memorization, it's called the memory palace. I don't know if you've heard about it, Derpy. Memory palace. Mnemonics. Right, so a memory palace is a mnemonic technique that uses a familiar physical space to store and recall information. To use it, you mentally place items to be remembered at specific locations, or loci, I think that's how it's pronounced, along a route in a place you know well, like your house. By mentally walking through this space, you can retrieve the information. This method is also called the method of loci or journey method. I have actually tried this method, and it works super well. It works like it's super effective. So it's kind of like that. Maybe in this method you're drawing in your head, but for a person who knows how to draw, you're literally drawing, putting it on paper, which cements it even more, I think. Let's continue.
Superior retention compared to writing or passive viewing. 21. This is
21.
Dual coding theory. 1. Verbal code, naming the object. Semantic. 2. Visual code, seeing the object. Sensory. 3. Motor code,
What's
the
this?
physical act of tracing the shape.
Oh, this is the
Kinesthetic. When an object is meaningful, it is easily nameable, triggering the verbal code. Combined with the visual memory and the motor planning of the drawing, the memory trace is triply reinforced. Mechanism of action: passive viewing, low; visual encoding only, weak trace; writing description, moderate; semantic encoding, lacks visuospatial detail; drawing meaningful object, high; double retention, triple coding; semantic, visual, motor. 21. Drawing
This is funny.
abstract object, moderate; lacks semantic, verbal hook; relies on visual/motor.
Yeah, maybe it still doesn't understand tables yet. But this was interesting. This was interesting. Okay, maybe we'll listen to something like this at the beginning or the end of the stream every time. That would be cool. It's goofy. It is, yeah. Okay, this was a very interesting experience. Thank you for watching, Derpy. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care.